This video is sponsored by Utopia Toys and Models. Use my reviewer code to get 20% off your next purchase at utopiatoysandmodels.com. Thanks to Tim Reagan and the Transformers Underground, I got a chance to win these Dr. Wu Seekers. We're going to take a look and review Skywarp, Starscream, and Thundercracker and tell you if these tiny bots pack a big punch. Let's do it. What is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back to another episode of The Good, The Bad, The Awesome, where I unbox, give my first reaction to all things pop culture. So if you like to see what I see, hit that like, subscribe, get notified of all of our new videos. And if you're doing that, thank you so very much. I don't know why I just talked like an old man there, but today we've got Dr. Wu in the house, the Wu-Tang Clan here with you, the Seekers, Blue, Thunder, Dark Sky, and Starfear. Once again, thank you to Tim Reagan at the Transformers Underground, where I did win this guy by putting in a chance to win him, and so glad that I did. I love me some Dr. Wu, and so we're going to take a look at this. We're going to compare him to some other guys, and then we're going to just tell you my thoughts about this guys and go from there. But here it is. Here's the box. It is a beautiful little box. There's the Wu logo, Extreme Warfare, the three on the front. They back there, you can kind of see them. I believe this is the UPC code. There is no, not UPC, but the QR code that you can scan. There is no UPC code on this guy. But yeah, the cool thing is, I believe this comes with the coronation stuff. So can't wait to get into this. So let us go ahead and open this box up for our viewing pleasure. So let us do it. Woo shakalaka, here it is. Here they are, so small, so tiny in the hands, but small things in the hands still can do amazing things, ain't I right? And so we have all three of them here, Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Starscream. Of course, one of Skywarp's null rays popped off as I was unboxing him, so we'll pop that on there. And so we'll take a look at each thing, but we'll take a look at what you get. You do get instructions in here how to morph them, transform them, whatever you want to call it. We get a Starfear card. I don't think we get cards for any of the other ones. Nope, just for Starscream. We also get some more coronation stuff, the extra stuff like the crown and the shoulder pads. Looks like we got an extra hand too as well, or something. I don't know what that is. Yeah, an extra fist, it looks like, or face. No, extra face. Yeah, extra face, and all that stuff if you want to do the coronation. You also get a throne, which is great. Love this little tiny throne. So you're getting a lot in this little package. I don't know normally how much this retails for. I'll take a look, and I'll put down below how much it does retail for. But you also get these three Seekers. These guys are tiny, and if you want to know how tiny they are, hold me closer, Tiny Dancer. You're looking at 2 1/4 inches tall, or from a centimeters, 5.5 centimeters tall. So that is small. But what you get in this small package is a powerful punch. So let's take a look. We'll bring Skywarp in here a little closer. Bring my light in. Let y'all take a look. But there he is. Dr. Wu does a really, really great job at a lot of the details in such a small package, and I think they nailed these. These look so good. The joints are pretty tight. The overall aesthetics is very G1. I don't know how they do it. It's black magic to me on how they get all this engineering in here, but there he is. There's Skywarp from the start, front, side, back, side, front, and articulation wise, the head does articulate. You do get articulation in the head. The arms, I'm going to pull this off. You can pop it up, goes all the way around. You do have more than a 90-degree bend. You don't have you do have a rotation there, but you don't have a rotation at the wrists. You do have, do you have a rotation at the waist? Let's see here. Nope. No waist rotation, unless I'm missing something, but nope. Legs do pop up, pop back to the side, so you get, and then the ankles and all this stuff. You don't get any ankle tilt, but you do get all sorts of wonderful things. But yeah, there is Skywarp, and so we'll throw him to the side. Let's take a look at Thundercracker. Thunder! Whoa, whoa, whoa! There he is. I should stop singing. Yep, sorry guys. But of the three Seekers, of course, Starscream looks great. He reminds me at most of the F-15 with the colors, but I love the blue of Thundercracker. Just again, looks really, really good. The face, same facial mold just about, but he has a smile. This guy's just straight face. This guy has a smile. So there is the back. And then here is Starscream with the cape on. So you can take that cape off. With that cape on, you want to put his shoulders and his crown on. But again, normal Starscream colors. Looks really good. Has the same articulation that you would have with all the other Starscream. So let me do this. Let me grab some other figures and we can compare him from size to other figures. So let's do it. Well, let's use Starscream as our comparison, and so we'll start off with some other Woo hotness, and you have Dr. Woo's Megatron, and Dr. Woo is Soundwave there. So you got them right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little guys. They do scale well with each other. So let's move these guys out of the way. Let's bring in the next scale that I have, and that is Legends scale. This is New Age Starscream, if I can get him to stand properly. So stand properly. So there is New Age's Starscream. So you can kind of see how much bigger New Age is. And New Age is Legend scale, which is about 4 inches, right? So really, really tiny. And then let's bring in a Voyager. There is Chug-sized Starscream. So you can see how small the Woo hotness is there. And so really, really cool. What I think the Dr. Woo scale works really well with is probably you're looking at like your Titan class figures. These would be great, especially your bases like Scorponok or Fortress Maximus or Metroplex, those guys, Omega Supreme. I think these guys would fit in really, 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 really well with that. And I think they even fit in really well with like the Divorce class Lumen Resources Metroplex. But there he is from the size standpoint. So let's get these guys converted into their jet form, and maybe I'll just get one of them converted into jet form because they're all going to be about the same. We'll just get one converted, and then we'll talk about my final thoughts on these. So let's go ahead and transform. All right, folks, here we have them in their alt form. I decided to transform all of them because the instructions that Dr. Woo laid, because here we go, folks, all of them in alt form. The reason why I decided to transform all of them in alt form is because the instructions that Dr. Woo gave were actually pretty simple to follow, and that's what I love about Dr. Woo. A lot of times their stuff is pretty simple to go with. And so here they are. They're beautiful, they're wonderful, they're their F-15s, and I think from the top they look great. You can kind of see just each and every single one of them. Skywarp, Thundercracker, and Starscream looks just like their F-15 counterparts. I mean, there's only so much engineering you can do. You can't really hide a lot of stuff. So it is a robot underneath a jet. And I'll show you on the other side what that looks like. But when you come to it, there you're looking about 3 inches long, or from a centimeter standpoint, almost 8 centimeters there. So So really, really cool. So let us grab let's do Thundercracker. We'll do Thundercracker. And I have them standing like this because they don't have landing gears. And that's one thing I wish that they had. But other than that, I mean, very nice looking jet. Very good G1 representation. But you can see under here, you do have the gappiness right here where it just doesn't cover up. And there's the arms. I mean, it just doesn't do much to hide the arms, and then of course the feet are right here too as well. But the engineering in this little tiny jet, dang, that's all I gotta say. They did a pretty decent job on this, and I think Dr. Wu, you got my heart, man. I mean, if they could make you, like Hasbro could just hire you or something like that, I think you'd have a really, really great job in making like some kind of Micromasters or World's Smallest Transformers or something like that. But these are really great. And I don't know if I want to keep them in jet form or in robot form. That's the great thing about Transformers. You can do both, but these are really cool desk bots. So from a size comparison, I got one that I'm going to compare them to, and we'll just kind of, let me pop his feet back out so he can kind of stand up. And so this is the core class Thundercracker, and so you can kind of see from a core class standpoint how much bigger that is. And so can you imagine Voyager class and Masterpiece scale, how much bigger that is to Dr. Wu? But like I said, Dr. Wu is going to be great for if you have those Titan class bases. I think you can really create some cool Dr. Wu dioramas of them fighting and all sorts of cool stuff. So yeah, love their alt form, their bot forms. Dr. Wu, you got what I need, my friend. So let's get back together with Jimmy in the chair and let's talk through some of my final thoughts on Dr. Wu's Seekers. Back for my final thoughts on Dr. Wu's Seekers. We bring in good old Starscream. Here, I've got Starscream in his bot mode. I've got Thundercracker and them still in their alt mode. But overall, these little guys pack such a big punch. And thank you again, Tim and the Transformers Underground, where I won this. I basically took a $10 shot to win this guy, and I ended up winning him. So really, really cool. I don't know how much they cost in real life, in real monies, but $10 ain't bad to spend on 3 Seekers that come with a throne, come with the cape, come with the crown, come with extra head, come with the 3 cards. I found the other 2 cards, and but these are just so fun. They're fun little bots. They're fun to play with. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. The underside of the alt form just does not look complete. I wish it came with landing gears on there so that way it's easier to do. You can probably get it on a flight stand and have it do its flight thing, but really it's the robot mode that really shines really, really great on these guys, or the top down mode of these on the alt form. So on a scale of good, bad, awesome, I would give these a little pretty awesome on these. I really do love these figures. Dr. Wu has been one of my favorites. I mean, I've got their Soundwave, I've got their Blaster, I've got their Megatron, I have their Optimus Prime. I would love to get their Trypticon and their Fortress Maximus and things like that. So if you have Titan class figures like Scorponok or Fortress Maximus or Metroplex or whatever it may be, these are really cool to put them on there. I think they would be really fun. I think they make a really cool diorama. I mean, if you have the Divorce class Lewin Resources Metroplex, man, these might look really cool too as well. I don't know if they're too small for it, but these might look cool. They're still a little too big for Studio Cell Unicron. HasLab Unicron, probably a little too big still too as well. But overall, these tiny bots pack a really good punch. So if you don't have a lot of room and you want something really fun, Dr. Wu's the way to go. If you do have a lot of room and you want something really fun, Dr. Wu's the way to go. So that's all I got to say about these. So if you love them, get them. Participate in Transformers Underground. I'll put a link to them down below so that way you can too win some really, really cool stuff. But that's all I got to say about that. So if you really like this video, maybe consider giving a like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Maybe consider becoming a member where you financially support this channel so we can continue delivering mediocre content to you. But in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome. And I'll be back with another review very, very soon. So we will talk to you later. Let me go get with Dr. Wu, because Dr. Wu, you got what I need. You say it's just a friend. You say it's just a friend.